Wake up in the morning, I'm feeling so blessed. Thankful for the Lord, I ain't even gon' stress. Even though I know that this world is a test, I'm still a leader of love. And even if it feels like it's all on your shoulders, devil on your back trying to keep your heart colder, tell them back up, let them know that you a soldier, right? And a leader of love. So whatever it may be, just make it all matter. Keep your spirits up, ain't no need to be a downer. In everything you do, everyone you encounter, lead with love. So whatever it may be, just make it all matter. Keep your spirits up, ain't no need to be a downer. In everything you do and everyone you encounter, lead with love, leader of love.
Good morning, Grand Rising. It is your leader of love. So this whole week, for those of you that do not know, this month is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. And tomorrow's the actual suicide international, I believe it's International Suicide Prevention Awareness Day. So I took a little break, and while I was taking a little break, when I realized it was Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, I said, well, when I come back, I want to spend that whole week really just kind of diving in a little bit, not deep dive, but just some things. So I did some research, got some information, and kind of wrote down just some things I wanted to touch on for every day of this month. I want to begin by first telling you, if you know someone who wrestles with suicide, maybe you've wrestled with it, and they may not know the different things that are out there for them, I want to encourage you to, one, make them aware that there is a suicide prevention hotline. It's 24 hours. Someone is always available to talk to you. So if you know someone who's wrestling with suicide, by all means, I hope that you will share this information with them. I hope that you will share my videos, and I will be putting the hotline as well as the websites underneath my videos all week long. The Suicide Prevention Hotline is 800-273-8255. If you want to chat with someone online, maybe you're more comfortable with chatting and typing than you are just talking on the phone, that is option is also available, and it's Suicide Prevention Lifeline.org. Suicide Prevention Lifeline.org. Some of the resources, pretty much all the resources that you're going to hear me discuss all week, were found at Suicide Prevention Resource Center.org. Again, that is Suicide Prevention Resource Center.org. So I won't be long, but I just wanted to really share every day something in regards to the topic of suicide. And so when I went to the website, the Suicide Prevention Lifeline, it had actually 5 different things. And it said, these are 5 different things that you can ask, that you can, really look into, kind of dive into. And so the first one was, it said that research shows people who have thoughts of suicide feel relief when someone asks after them in a caring way. Now, I want to say this before I go any further. I understand suicide is an international thing. It crosses ages, races, sex. It crosses every line that you can create in your head of why you don't think it crosses across to that line, your people. It does. I want to really kind of tap in and focus in on my community. It does not mean that someone else may not be experiencing it, and what I say may not relate or touch someone else. So by all means, share it with everyone. But I want to touch on my community. So it's been found that acknowledging and talking about suicide may reduce, or rather than increase, the suicide ideals. So a person who is more likely to share and talk about it, talk through it, basically what it's saying is they're less likely to kind of increase in that area. Basically, it's they have more help to fight it because they're sharing, talking about it. And so we know that in the Black community, that may not always be the easiest thing to do, is to talk about it. In October of 2018, The site talked about, this is the Prevention Resource Center. It talked about there was an increase among black males ages 15 to 19 with suicide. I want you to hear this. It's an increase amongst our black males between the age of 15 to 19. These are people that haven't even gotten out of high school, maybe have started college. This is an increase in our young black males before they even get to really live the adult life. It put them up there with white youth of similar ages, because there was a time when, yeah, it was less likely that you might see it happen amongst blacks. It doesn't mean it wasn't happening at all, but based on when they did the research, we are now, with our black males, 15 to 19, have basically on the same lines with the whites. That's what it is. Ask isn't as easy among our people. We're taught that you are strong, and no one dealt with the struggle of suicidal thoughts. It's kind of put out there that you're weak if you wrestle with this, if you think this way. So asking isn't as simple. Sometimes you have to keep asking, are you good? And you have to listen and really hear what they're saying to you. Anxiety was said to be the strongest mental health predictor of attempted suicide. Anxiety was said to be the strongest mental health predictor of attempted suicide. Our black men wrestle with so much. Our young black men. When you are 16, 17, 18, 19, you are starting the driving. You are now wrestling with the likelihood of death due to police officers. You are now wrestling with the likelihood of death due to your own hands. It is time, it's been time, that we become more aware that our young black men are wrestling with anxiety, which is the number one cause, and begin to really guide them and lead them to get help, and not make them feel weak if they're willing to share with you that they wrestle with those things. Ask those questions, have those conversations, and let them know that you genuinely care and want the best for them. Again, it is Suicide Week, Suicide Month, Prevention Awareness Month, and I will spend this whole week touching on the 5 suggested things on the Suicide Prevention Lifeline site. By all means, I encourage you to check out the site. Maybe there's some things that you could use to help you yourself or help someone you know wrestling with some things. So again, the site is suicidepreventionresourcecenter.org. If you know someone who needs to speak with someone, then by all means, give them the hotline. And it's 800-273-8255. If they want an online chat, suicidepreventionlifeline.org. Somebody needs your help. Let them know you're listening. This is your Leader of Love. Visit me on my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube page at Leader of Love, LUHV. I think this week, with me talking about the suicide prevention, I want you to understand that when I say in everything that you do and everyone that you encounter, lead with love, it does matter. And it matters when someone's wrestling with things that we don't know about. Enjoy your Monday and show someone that you care.